We are going to remove background 3 ways without Canva with ChatGPT, Photopea, and Photoshop. So working with transparency, I think, is one of the fundamental skills for graphics marketing. And right, you go into edit image, it wants you to remove the background, edit first thing on the left, remove the background. So we're going to try doing it. You can try doing it with Canva, but I'm going to do it without a few other ways. All right, so right, I used ChatGPT. Oops, there's my, you can see the checkerboard transparent background. And here's Photopea, checkerboard transparent background. And Photoshop, checkerboard transparent background. All right, so kind of just an intro, how to open, save, export, work with graphics outside of Canva, right? And then we're going to come back to Canva and kind of put it together with an app and a logo. So get any image you want, right? So I started with this image of myself, my graduation photo from Florida State. And then I use ChatGPT to add a thumbs up. And then I changed it to a Pixar style digital art. And then I zoomed out to include my feet. And then I removed the background. So let's do that. I also got an image of Sonoma State logo. So it's kind of nice to get your artwork or your files together before you start going across all these applications. So I went to Sonoma State logo. And the default Google search gives you this one, which does not have a transparent background. But if you go over into images and then scroll down a bit, you get to, I guess I have to do tools, size, large, and then scroll down a bit and I get, I thought I had one. It wasn't this one. It was one other one that's not coming up. All right, so I guess I get to remove background on one additional graphic. All right. Okay, so this is a JPEG. I think you could add PNG. And then you get one other, tools, size, large. There it is, this college baseball hub. All right, and so here's the checkerboard background. And we're going to remove background with this other image, so I guess it just saves us one remove background 3 times. So 3 ways. Okay, so I got the logo PNG. Now, you can get any kind of headshot. It could be an image of your dog. It could be an image of, you could get the Sonoma State mascot. You can get an image of anything and then drop it into ChatGPT. And usually, like you saw that other one, I just kind of say old man professor Pixar style character giving thumbs up. But it's kind of fun if you do it with your own artwork. So let's go back to ChatGPT. I can X out of here and start with a new chat. And I can drag in my photo, grab the pencil here, or go to tools, create image, and then say Pixar dash style. Oh, I think I did professor giving thumbs up. Zoom out, include feet and legs. Okay, that's fine. We're going to crop it kind of at the middle anyways, but let's make it Pixar-style digital art. And remove background. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this image. And then I'm going to go over to Photopea and I'm going to X out of this one. I don't need it. Okay, it's not going to get saved. All right, so I'm logged in with my Gmail. It's pretty easy to do. And then I'm going to drag in the image. Students like Photopea because it's free and you don't need to download Photoshop, right? So some students don't have Photoshop after they graduate. So let's do save as PSD to put a Photoshop document on my desktop. I'll call this Photopea, I don't know, grad photo. There it goes, right on my desktop. And now after you have it on your desktop, you can do save more PSD to storage. And I'm in a different folder. You might have something that looks like like this, but I made a folder. I think you just control click, new folder, right click. And so here's my fall folder, and then there's the PSD, hit save. And under the select menu, there's remove background, but if you just looking to do something, you can type in the search magnifying glass remove. And usually it takes you, did I spell? It takes you here to select. And I don't know, I don't have the image selected. All right, there's images selected. Remove BG, there it is, right? So under the select menu, it tells you you have remove BG. So right, so Photopea is a little tricky because like you see it got confused there. The background layer was not selected. So sometimes you got to make sure it's highlighted or selected. All right, and then you can do the actual command. It says you have to either pay for premium. It looks like it worked in the background. I can X out. All right, and so then you can do file, export as, and PNG has transparent background properties. You even get some more advanced ones. I don't know why you'd really need them, but like TIFF has transparent background, so kind of cool. Actually, SVG, I have worked with SVG. People have asked for that, and Photopea is a good way to get it. So I'm just going to do PNG because it'll preserve the checkerboard transparent background, width and height. Sure, save. Photopea PNG in my downloads. And then you can double click on it and you see the grays in the background in preview. So looks good. And then Photoshop. All right, so if I want to open up Photoshop, I have it open. You can open up, once you have it downloaded, installed, you can go to your applications, Adobe, Photoshop, and then double click on Photoshop, let it open, and then I'm just going to drag it. I've got Finder open here, so I'm going to drag this image that I downloaded from ChatGPT onto my bar, my toolbar, and I waited, went too slow. All right, and you could also control click, right click, open with, and force it to open with Photoshop. So there it is. Okay, so there's the image, and it should, let's see, my brush tool is active. My view might be a little bit different, but I'm going to go back to the move tool in the upper left on the toolbar, and then remove background front and center. And there it added the layer mask, just like Photopea did, but didn't have to wait and watch an ad. And so now I can do file, save as, and right now the format is a PNG exported from ChatGPT, but here Photoshop is what we want. You can save it into the cloud if you're into collecting in the cloud. Maybe give it a new name. I don't know, Professor Photoshop PSD. Okay. And right, so once you save it, Photoshop knows it's saved. The little star in the upper right corner of the tab goes away, and you can do file, export, export as PNG, quick export, that's fine, or you can do export as if you want a different document type, but PNG is fine for our purposes. Desktop. All right, there it is, Professor PSD, PNG. All right, so let me check, right, so you just might want to check, like if you might want to save it, file, save to your P drive if you do any additional edits or want to make sure it saves. The little asterisk also should appear if it's not saved. So, all right, so we're cruising. Let's get everything into a YouTube thumbnail type layout. You could use a different layout, but I am going to go to Canva, upper left, create, plus button, custom size, 1920 by 1080 pixels. I'm going to bring in either one of those PNGs, it's fine. Get rid of this for now, so I can kind of see. And then option drag a corner out, reposition. Looks pretty good. I can bring in my Sonoma State logo with a transparent background. If you're having trouble with the logo not being transparent background, you could try background remover if you got premium, but the white in the mouth of the wolf has had problems in the past, so I'm just going to bring it in, option drag it down. So now that you know how to use Photoshop and Photopea and ChatGPT, right, it redrew it. There's the checkerboard. It looks like between this and this one, the face looks a little different. The smile's smaller and it's a little whiter. It's a less of a extreme smile, but I guess it just, with ChatGPT, each iteration, you don't know exactly what's going to happen. But all right, so back to my document here. I want the 3D text, so I'm going to go scroll to apps, hit the arrow like 5 times, 6, 7 times. Text styling, text studio. You can mess with these others. Looks like this one's free, no premium crown on it. And so I just searched for like blue to match the logo, the Sonoma State logo. Been using this one, except I'm going to change the font this time. So I'm going to go down to the font and type in college. Sometimes college fonts have like diploma fonts that are kind of cool. Here's Varsity Team Bold. I think I use this collegiate black one. So fall 2025, take off the icon, add the design. Looks good, something like that. And I think I might want to add an outline because that's what's popular on YouTube. And then I want to add a gradient in the background. So let's put that gradient in the background by going to search for an image. Scroll to the top, elements, photos. I use that red one. Let's see here, photos, and radial gradient. I just want it to be kind of light in the middle, and then I'm going to drag this on, and then Command Option left bracket to send it to the back, or Control click and do layer send to back. I don't know, blue's fine, I guess. I think last time I edited it and I desaturated it to make it gray, but I came in here to adjust, and then I scrolled to saturation and kind of dropped down the saturation, but then it was a little dark, so I also increased the brightness. That's fine. All right, and then added an outline. Let's add the outline because it seems like every YouTube thumbnail now has an outline on it. And I want to change it to scroll upper left and white. Click out. All right, I'm gonna share, download. JPEG's fine, smaller file size. Don't need transparency. And then untitled design here at the top, and I can hit reply on canvas, and my screen's kind of narrow, so I got to go ... and then click on this tool, images, upload, and drag the JPEG on, hit submit, wait for a gold flash, and that is how you remove background. 3 ways other than using remove background in Canva with ChatGPT, Photopea, and Photoshop. All right. Hope you had fun. Look forward to